Okay, welcome to Teen Miracle Finders. It is officially September! Yay! So we all made it out of August one way or another. And so we're all very super excited to be in a new month. It is September 1st. And, there's a new and improved Coach Basics training program. Well, we'll check that out later. FAQ 3707. Write that down.
Yes. And if you guys are running Coach Basics programs yet, if you have or if you're in a Coach Basics program, they're doing a incentive where anybody who joins a Coach Basics program, they're giving away like a prize a day to, coaches. All you have to do is like fill out a form in your online office. And register for it, and you can get qualified to get drawn for a prize. And
that's fun.
Yeah, and you never know. You just never know.
Well, that's pretty fun. I know when they first came out with it, they gave everyone shirts who completed it, and that was kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I have my shout-outs ready. If you have yours ready, Missy.
I do. So, Antoinette was she ended the month with Success Club 6.
Woo-woo!
Michelle ended at 4, and Sonia ended at 2.
Woo-woo!
And let me see. Sorry. Ooh, dang. Antoinette ended 585 volume.
Damn.
Dang, my discount coach had 569 volume. What is she buying? That's awesome.
It is awesome.
Well, she's a discount, so I'm used to only having like 90 for a discount. That's really awesome. Okay. So, yes. So those are my shout outs. Yay, ladies.
Good job. Okay. So my ladies, let me see. I want to change these columns so bad. It drives me nuts. Okay. I have Julie ended at SE4. I have Claire was at SE5, and she had Pete at SE2. Bridget was at SE6, so she is going strong in her streak. And Clarabelle is SE. She pulled it out. I mean, this girl worked to the last minute, and she had SE11. So I know we were pushing hard for Team Cup, and the day of, she was still sitting at like 7. So she worked super hard for that 11. Becky, one of her coaches, finished the month at SE4. And Dana finished at SE1. And as far as volume, my highest volume is, highest volume would be Claire had 345. And Clarabelle had 315. Or no, wait. Who is that? Hold on. No, sorry. Bridget had 345 and Clarabelle had 315. So good job, ladies. Everyone is rocking out. Very proud of everyone. Okie dokie. So tonight we had a couple things to talk about. So like we have said a couple times already, August was pretty tough for most people. It's a difficult month, back to school, and just it was just grueling. So Laurel today called me, and she was talking to me about how her month wrapped up, and I said, we were talking about it, and we said it'd be such a great testimony for the team to hear. So Laurel was going to talk tonight about her month in August and what happened with her. So take it away, Laurel.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm still actually pretty embarrassed about what I'm going to tell you guys tonight, but I do feel like it's something that I really want to talk about, because we always say that those stories that you don't want to share and that you don't want to talk about and that you want to hide from make the best stories. And we always tell you guys that those are the things that people can totally relate to. So I'm hoping that by sharing this, you guys will be able to relate. So there's someone's face who you have seen show up on that leaderboard ever since we merged teams, ever since we started making the leaderboard. There's two people who have always been on it, and that's me and Shannon. And one of those people is not going to be on that leaderboard this month, and that's me. And I'm not talking about not being on the Success Club 10 leaderboard. I'm talking about not being up there at all, because I didn't hit Success Club 5 even. I ended August at Success Club 2. And I have hit Success Club 10 or higher consecutively since January. And that's a promise that I made to myself in December. And that's a promise that I broke to myself in August. And it is, when we talk about working down to the wire, my mama will testify for you for me, because I was texting her, calling her, talking to her in tears. I mean, at 11:30, she was trying to call me last night, and you can ask her my phone every single time I was not picking up. She walked into my house and I was like, yep, here's what you need. Okay, yep. And Shakeology and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, from just all day long, back to back to back, talking to people. And I missed my mark. And I came this close to go ahead and making some phantom accounts and purchasing some challenge packs just to get my numbers. But I will not do that, because I will not lose my integrity, and I will not sacrifice my mission of helping people and being a fraud just so that I can make my numbers, because that's not really truly making my numbers if I'm purchasing 3 or 4 challenge packs myself to do it. And it's also really financially stupid. I already have a whole cabinet full of Shakeology, and I am not about to be that coach who goes and sells Shakeology on eBay to get my money back. I just can't do that, because we're totally against that. So, but what I mean is, those thoughts went through my head, where I was thinking last night, I could just totally buy some challenge packs and sell off the Shakeology to get my money back, and then I'll make my numbers and I'll be fine. That's how desperate I got. And I am I was so mad at myself. I mean, just pissed. And I was really, I was hurt, because I had these big goals for myself this year. I was 7 months into getting Success Club 10 All-Star. I was 7 months into earning. I've already pretty much paid for my cruise, but they also give you an additional incentive that if you hit Success Club 10 in every month of 2015, you also earn a onboard credit of $1,000 to just spend on the boat, whatever you want to buy. And if you hit Success Club 5, so last night I was thinking, all right, well, screw it. My $1,000 is gone, but if I can just get to Success Club 5, then I'll earn $500 credit. And when that clock struck midnight, I didn't even care about the onboard credit. I really didn't. All that kept going through my head, I kid you not, I was up till 3:30 or 4 in the morning bawling, boo-hoo bawling, replaying every single minute of August and asking myself what I didn't do right and why I didn't hit my goal and what I could have done more, and just replaying it over and over in my head and just beating myself up so bad. And you know what kept going through my head the most? Not oh, I'm not going to get a trophy for being a Success Club 10 All-Star or Success Club 5 All-Star at Summit. Not, oh, I'm not going to get my onboard credit. But what kept going through my head as I was bawling last night is I let my team down. I let the people down that I'm supposed to be leading. How can I be a leader and lead from the front when I'm not keeping my promises to myself and I'm not hitting my goals? And that's what kept going through my head, is just my team, my team, my team. And I even had, this is how bad I got inside my head, you guys. I had a very well written goodbye letter to you guys where I was like ready to just make a post like, okay, I'm going to go like apply at McDonald's until I can find another office job, because obviously I'm not meant for this. Like, this is just not what I'm meant to do. That's how much I got inside my head about it. And so I told myself after, just boohoo bawling and just going over and over and over. I was so embarrassed. I couldn't even like text Shannon and tell her last night, because I was just so, and normally like when something like, when I'm struggling or something like that, like I will reach out and I will tell Shannon, but I was just like so embarrassed. I was just so beside myself and mad. I was mad. I was hurt. I was angry. So anyway, I told myself last night, you've got to make up your mind. You've got to make up your mind right now that you can allow yourself tonight to be upset about this. You can allow yourself tonight to cry it out. You can allow yourself tonight to have a pity party. And tomorrow you get up and you go strong. And I'm already at Success Club 2. So I'm starting September strong. I am not making that mistake again. But, what I did was I decided what I need to do right now, this morning, after I allowed myself my pity party and, my crying session. And I cried. I'd probably be crying as I'm telling you guys this right now if I had not just completely dehydrated my body of water from last night. I probably should have drinking double dose of water today just to rehydrate, because I lost it all in tears last night. It was bad. So anyway, I gave myself the pity party, and then I said this morning, you're going to, really think about let's put this in perspective. And I had to think back on when I first became a coach. And when I first became a coach, I didn't give a crap about Success Club. You know why? Because I didn't know what Success Club was. And I didn't give a crap about Success Club All-Star and trophies and walking on a stage and getting recognized. And I didn't give a crap about $1,000, credit on a cruise. Of course, that would be amazing. Who doesn't want $1,000 to spend on a cruise? That's awesome. But I didn't even know about all those things. I became a coach because someone told me that I can inspire other people. Someone told me that my story can help people. And that is what I'm here to do. And so I had to really think about what I did accomplish this month. And I looked back through my messages, and I had over 10 people message me and tell me that, they follow my posts and my posts are so inspiring, and that they really keep up with what I do. I was able to, help a lot of people, maybe not people who purchased challenge packs, but I still helped people. One thing that Shannon pointed out to me after I finally admitted sheepishly that I didn't even think about, she asked me last night, or today, Laurel, be honest with me. So last night when it was all over, when that clock struck midnight, did you at least think about, did you binge? Did you stress eat? And I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't I sat there and I cried and I did like all this other like emotional work. But as anybody who follows me knows that my go-to stress, coping mechanism is binging. And I didn't do that. And that in itself is like something to be really, really proud of. Like that's something to really pat myself on the back for, because I think just, a couple months ago, if this had happened then, I probably wouldn't have even worked until midnight. I would have given up probably on the 30th. I would have been like, oh, it's too close to the end of the month. I'm done. Whatever. I'm going to sit here and eat some ice cream and cookies all day and watch TV. And then I'll start fresh on the 1st. But I didn't do that. I worked ridiculously hard all day on the 31st until midnight. Until my last phone call ended at like 11:39. And then even then, for that last 20 minutes, I was just messaging people like crazy and hoping by the grace of God that 2 people would miraculously answer and be like, yeah, I'll order right now. Like, let's just hope for it. You never know. And that did not happen, but I didn't stress eat. I'm still paying for my cruise. Like there are people who, go ahead and get on, like they sign up for these Success Club trips and they end up missing the mark, a lot. And they end up paying for those trips out of your pocket. I don't know if you knew that or not. You don't have to hit Success Club 10 every month to go on a Success Club trip. You don't even have to hit Success Club 5 every month to go on a Success Club trip. You can go on the Success Club trip, and whatever Success Club trips, thank you, Sonia, whatever Success Club points you don't get that pay for the trip, you just pay out of pocket. And there's a lot of people that end up paying mad money just to go on those trips, and then go on Facebook and flaunt and be like, yeah, paid for a trip. And they didn't really get it paid for, because I know a girl who did that. And so for me to be able to say like, yeah, my Success Club points have already paid for my trip, and I still have 4 months left, 4 months left in the year. That's an amazing accomplishment. That's huge. When I look back on my Success Club points last year, my, first year of business with Beachbody, and I look at where I'm at now, I have more Success Club points in the first 3 months of 2015 than I hit at all in my first year of business. That's progress. I have people that are actually losing weight and really dealing with identifying binge triggers and learning to cope with their binge eating because of my story. That's a success. There's so many other things that you can count as success in this business. And I am not discrediting Success Club. I am not sitting here saying, oh, I didn't hit Success Club this month, so now you can make it to where Success Club is not a non-negotiable. No, make it a non-negotiable, because let me tell you, you do not want to be where I was at last night. It is painful. I mean, mentally and physically, because my eye sockets hurt. It is painful emotionally. It's hard to swallow that when you've come 7 months in and then not hit it. But I knew that, I had to really ask myself, if when I was sitting, and I was seriously contemplating okay, this just must mean I'm not meant for this business. This just must mean that I'm not meant to do this. And it's not for me because I didn't hit my goal. But then I remembered all the things that Shannon and I tell you guys. We set these big, hairy, scary, crazy goals, not necessarily to reach them every single time, but to push for them. And just because you don't reach them, just because you don't hit it, it doesn't mean that you're any less, good at what you do. It doesn't make you any less of a person. And it doesn't mean that you're not going to hit it. So am I going to sit there right now and say oh, well, I wanted to be a Success Club 10 All-Star. I wanted to hit Success Club 10 every month. And I didn't do it for the month of August. So that means for the rest of 2015, like I can just dink around and, make Success Club a hit or miss. No, I am going to go for Success Club 10 or higher for the rest of the month or for the rest of the year, and then for all of 2016 and 2017 and every single year after that. I'm going to keep on going for that goal because I will get there if I keep pushing for it. Just because I missed it 1 month doesn't mean that I'm going to stop now. That's crazy. I didn't come this far to only come this far. And I really, when I was thinking about seriously contemplating not doing this anymore, I remembered a call where a coach said, imagine if Carl were to knock on your door right now and say, like, okay, your coach ID is vanished. You are no longer a Beachbody coach. You can no longer talk about Beachbody on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, on whatever, anywhere you go, you can't talk about Beachbody anymore. You can't drink Shakeology anymore. You can't have our workouts anymore. You can't share this with the world anymore. Beachbody is shut down out of your life. What would that do to you? Like, how would you feel? And that made me cry more than missing Success Club. Like, the idea of these meetings, of what we're doing here, being gone, being out of my life, I can't imagine that. And I would be crushed. I mean, seriously, my heart would be way more crushed by that than by me missing a goal for 1 month. And I also, had to think about all of you guys, again, like, just you guys. It didn't shock me. It actually made me really proud knowing that, feeling like I let you guys down was way more important to me than being upset about an onboard cruise credit. Because I'm not going to lie, like, this whole year, had I not known that I was going to, that I had a chance at earning $1,000 on that cruise, I probably would have set my goals for Success Club 5 this month or this year. I probably would have said, I'm just going to go for Success Club 5 All-Star and I'll be fine with that. But when I heard that, oh, well, you can earn $1,000 on that cruise, I was like, okay, I'm going to go for 10. And so, I'm not going to lie, that was a big motivator. So when I was sitting there last night, and it crushed me more thinking about, not being able to lead from the front, and just asking myself, like, what kind of a leader am I if I can't be the example? Like, if I can't set that example that I want my team, to be, like, what kind of a coach does that make me? It made me really happy that I cared way more about that than I did an onboard cruise credit. Not that I ever doubted that, because I always knew that, you guys are my heart and I care about you guys and I want to see you succeed. But I'd be lying if I said that cruise credit didn't really motivate me. And now that the cruise credit is out of the picture, because it's gone, I have to start all over again. Like, I have to, my Success Club All-Star, it's starting all over. And that sucks. I have to wait a whole nother year to be able to hit that goal. I had 4 months left to be able to say I was an All-Star, and I freaking lost it. And that sucks. But what sucked more for me was feeling like I let my team down. And so I know that this month, there were a few things that I could have done differently. I did let life kind of get in the way. There was a lot going on this month. And I did, I tried. It wasn't like lack of trying. I did speak to a lot of people. I planted a lot of seeds, so I better get some big numbers in September. But, like Shannon has said before, like, I planted a lot of seeds this month. I better have a garden just blooming next month. But, seriously, I spoke to a lot of people. I ran a Facebook ad and I got 20 people who responded to that ad, and I still hit Success Club 2. Oh my gosh. Like, I was beyond just hurt. And I was just hurt. I was really hurt. I was mad at myself. I also got the flu the last, 3 days of the month. I was bedridden to the point where even like a little bit of light coming in from the crack of the window, like, was killing my head. That's how bad of a migraine I had. I had just pans near my bed. I was deliriously mumbling to myself at one point. Just like, I just remember laying in bed, like burning up and just like deliriously mumbling to myself. And even thinking like, oh my God, I need to be working. I need to get to Success Club right now. And like, I went to a point where I wasn't even running my own race anymore. I remembered a story Anita Myron told about how she was sick to death and laying on her bathroom floor and, just still working the business. And I thought, God, Laurel, why can't that be me? And it wasn't, you guys. I wasn't that person, because when I'm sick, I'm sick. Dang it. I'm sorry. I'm like, I was sick. But, when I didn't hit that Success Club, I was sitting there going, well, I really wish I found that strength inside myself to work through the migraine while I was sick. I really wish that I did it. And maybe next month, if I get sick, I guarantee you I'll probably be Anita Myron laid out on that bathroom floor, taking 8 million different types of ibuprofen to try and get the migraine down. And so I know we only have 10 minutes left, but my point is, there are so many things that you can recognize about yourself that make you a good coach. And I know that by being vulnerable and letting you guys know where I was, like, I'm 1-star qualifying right now, and I am not perfect by all means. The other day, Antoinette said, God, sometimes I just feel like Laurel has it all together. And I like died laughing. Seriously, like, I'm so glad I wasn't drinking or eating anything, because I would have choked, because I look at Antoinette and I'm like, dang, that girl's got it together. So, when you look at other people, like, you never know what's going on there with the perception, like, for someone to look at me and say, oh, that girl's got it all together, and I'm sitting there at Success Club too, and I'm like, I ain't got nothing together, y'all. Like, nothing. You should have seen me last night. There was nothing about Laurel that was put together last night. It was embarrassing. So, there's so many things that you can do to, you just have to stop and remind yourself, like, why did I get into this business? I got into this business to help people, and I did help people this month. And also, like, y'all look around, you see my walls? They're still here. They have not crumbled. Because I didn't hit Success Club, like, it sucks. And again, I'm not like taking away from the importance, because I can Girl Scouts honor right here. Like, you will not see me off that leaderboard again. You won't. You'll see this face. I'll have like better makeup and stuff, but you'll see this face on that leaderboard for September, October, November, December, and all of 2016, because I will not make that mistake again. But I can tell you that I had a choice last night to either give up and say, I'm just gonna say F it, like, I'm just gonna go back to discount coaching now, or hobby coaching, and I can make Success Club a hit or miss, or I can keep on going hard with my goals. And I can tell you that I woke up this morning and I kept my promise to myself last night that my pity party's over. It's time to meditate. It's time to talk to people. It's time to get into this again and go strong. And, my world didn't come crumbling down. My whole life didn't end. My business, Carl didn't come and take my business away from me. I'm still, I'm 3 weeks away from being a 1-star diamond. I still have my rank. I still have an amazing team of people. I still have, Shakeology in my cupboards that I can afford to drink every day. I'm still able to pay bills with the money that I'm making by Beachbody. I still have volume on my account, and I'm still helping people. And so those right there are victories in themselves. This business, this, thing that we're doing has gotten me so far in my life that I had an incredibly huge anxiety, stress, panic attack last night, and I didn't look to food. Like, that's huge. And that's because of Beachbody. That's because of because, you know, all of you guys' support and motivation, because of the things that we do for other people. I'm still, you know, getting motivated and inspired, and I'm still on my fitness journey, and I'm still, you know, crushing goals because of the business that we're in. If there weren't people like us, people like me wouldn't be able to stop binge eating, and, you know, wouldn't be able to get up this morning and say, like, I'm going to go for my goals again, because I was the type of person not long ago that last night would have ruined me for months. It would have taken me months to bounce back. But because of people like you and me, and because of the work that we're doing, I was able to bounce back. So don't ever think for 1 second. I know that you guys have like moments where you wonder, is what I'm doing important? Like, does it even matter? This business can get really lonely, you guys. Like, I know that we have a team and we have our meetings and we have all this stuff, and it's great. But when you're in the trenches and you're trying to get to your numbers and you're talking to people and you're stressing, like, it gets lonely. And just don't ever think for 1 minute that what you're doing does not matter, and that it's not important, and that you're not influencing people, because sometimes it just doesn't show up in the numbers, and it doesn't show up in the bank account or the volume or the Success Club parties or the stage and all. Don't let the bright lights and all that shit deter you from helping people and doing what we got on in this business to do. Because you can still help people no matter what your numbers reflect, and you can always learn from your mistakes. And I definitely learned that I will never get cocky again. The last 3 months of my business, I've pulled in and hit Success Club like in the last 2 days of business. And I'm not gonna lie, like when I was sick these past few days, there was part of me that just said, like, well, I did it the last 3 months, so I'll do it this month. I'll be fine. I'll come through. And I got cocky and I didn't do it. And I will never do that again, ever. Like, I will push hard in my first 2 weeks of the month and hit my numbers so that the last 2 weeks I can breathe and focus on you guys.
Yes.
So, yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're doing great. I just wanted to jump in before I run out of time and just say, you know, first of all, thank you so much. You know, I think it's great to hear from you and me when we struggle. You know, I think, like you said in the beginning, a lot of times, you know, people think like, oh, Shannon and Laurel have it all together. Like, no, definitely not. And so, you know, we try to be real with you guys and show you when we struggle too. And so, you know, that's a great example. And we wanted to give you a couple quick strategies of ways to make sure that you're not scrambling at the end of the month. Sometimes it's unavoidable. Sometimes, you know, life gets in the way, stuff happens. It's a tough month. You get sick, your kids are sick, and this and that, you know, things pile up. But, you know, I strongly encourage all of you to run a challenge group the second Monday of each month. So I have one starting on the 7th. I'll probably, you know, it'll be a soft start on the 7th. That's prep week because it's Labor Day. But, and then I always do one the 3rd or the 4th Monday of the month. Or, sorry, 1st Monday of the month and 3rd Monday of the month. And so then that way, you are constantly recruiting for challenge groups and finding people. And that way, come that last week of the month, you're not scrambling trying to find people. You've already set up people in 2 challenge groups. So a lot of people don't like to do 2 groups at a time. We'll get into challenge groups some more in next week's call. But like Laura was saying, if you do your work ahead of time in the first 2 weeks and really set yourself up, message like a mad person and invite, those people will pull through for you. And then you can kind of breathe easy and not be stressing so much come the end of the month. So thank you again, Laurel, for sharing and opening up. I know that's hard, but it's a great learning lesson for everyone on the team. And I loved hearing you speak. It was great.
Thanks. Thank you guys for listening to me. And just hit it hard for September. You can always bounce back no matter how long you've gone in this business with not hitting your goals. Every minute, not even every day, but every minute of every day is a minute to start fresh. And you can decide right now, what you want to do with your life, with your business, with your health, with your fitness. It's all in here. And so
it's September.
Yes, it's the first of the month. Hit it hard, hit it strong. All right, guys.
What did she say?
Aw. You did amazing, Michelle. You did. And you had a lot going on too this month.